It's time to rank all 55 NBA Finals MVPs ever. Let's go, baby. Number 55, 1978 Wes Unseld. Pretty easy choice here. Unseld averaged just 9 points per game. I have no idea how the hell he won this award in a finals that nobody ever talks about. Number 54, 2015 Andre Iguodala. Steph fans think that Iguodala robbed Steph, whereas Iguodala actually robbed LeBron. Iguodala winning this award was a way of giving it to LeBron without actually doing so. 53, 1973 Willis Reed. Reed is the most overlooked multiple-time Finals MVP winner ever, largely because both of his wins really didn't have great stats. Putting up 16-9 and 3 a game isn't really moving the needle. 52, 1981 Cedric Maxwell. Larry Bird underperformed, while Maxwell played nearly as good. If Twitter was around back in 1981, Bird stands would have had fits and probably dropped a few M-bombs. 51, 1976 JoJo White. Solid but not spectacular performance in the 76 Finals. You have to remember back in the 70s, the pace was a lot faster, so these averages are a little bit inflated. Nothing special here. 50, 2008 Paul Pierce. Pierce heroically overcame shitting his pants to lead the Celtics to a 6-game series win. But his numbers were again, like White's, good, not spectacular. Very easily could have gone to Ray Allen or Kevin Garnett instead. 49, 2014 Kawhi Leonard. Nobody on the Spurs that year really put up any huge numbers, so they gave it to Kawhi for 3 great games. Great efficiency, but these are pretty much role player averages. A weak win. 48, 1970 Willis Reed. Reed's per game averages weren't bad, but that's the problem. He only played in 6 of 7 games. His famous Game 7 is pretty overrated, and Walt Frazier should have won this award. Stand up, Walt fans. 47, 1972 Wilt Chamberlain. In between sex sessions, Wilt managed to win his 2nd ring with a lot of rebounding, decent scoring, and not a lot of assists. They didn't keep track of blocks in 1972, so who knows how many Wilt had. I'm guessing a lot. 46, 1977 Bill Walton. AKA the only year Bill Walton was ever healthy in Portland. A really good all-around series, 19 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks, efficient. Downside, lots of marijuana consumed. Yup. 45, 2007 Tony Parker. A pretty ugly finals without a lot of standouts, but Tony Parker had the best stats, so he got the award by default. Did I mention how loyal of a husband Parker is? 44, 2005 Tim Duncan. I know everybody loves Tim Duncan, but the 05 finals were boring as shit, and he really didn't play that well, shooting under 42% in the least memorable 7-game series of all time. 43, 1979 Dennis Johnson. Another finals everybody forgets about. The voters gave the award to Johnson, but it very easily could have gone to Johnson's teammate Gus Williams, who had slightly better numbers to me. 42, 1974 John Havlicek. Havlicek's per game numbers are pretty good, but you have to remember, again, pace plays a role here. He also shot only 6 for 20 in their Game 7 win. I guess he had the Mamba mentality. 41, 2011 Dirk Nowitzki. From a narrative standpoint, Dirk's 2011 playoff run was legendary, but in terms of actual on-court play in the finals was pretty uneven, especially in games Dallas won. Thanks, LeBron. 40, 1969 Jerry West. West's numbers, even with inflated pace, were amazing, but he gets taxed for, not winning the series, or else this be a lot higher. No offense to Josh Gordon. 39, 1988 James Worthy. Worthy had a phenomenal Game 7, but really this award should have gone to Magic Johnson. Worthy was also terrible in every game the Lakers lost, but he did come through big in the biggest game, so congrats. 38, 1996 Michael Jordan. Very inefficient from the field, relied on a lot of free throws, and was terrible the last 3 games. By far the worst of his 6 Finals MVP. 37, 2010 Kobe Bryant. Famous for going 6 for 24 in a Game 7 win, Kobe had an uneven series, and this award very easily could have gone to Pau Gasol instead. But star power won out. 36, 1982 Magic Johnson. This award could have gone to several Lakers, but again, Magic Johnson had the big name, and he also played pretty well. An efficient all-around performance, but not spectacular. Poor Philly. Number 35, 71 Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Surprisingly, the only ring he won in the 70s. Kareem averaged 27 points, 19 rebounds on amazing efficiency with a bunch of blocks in a sweep. Not bad. 34, 2004 Chauncey Billups. Famous respecter of women Chauncey Billups had a hyper-efficient finals for a team without a superstar. It also didn't hurt that the Lakers' 2 stars were fighting against each other. 33, 1989 Joe Dumars. Another non-superstar Detroit Pistons guard who won Finals MVP. Dumars was highly efficient, but gets docked a little bit because the Lakers were pretty injured. 32, 1975 Rick Barry. In a high-paced series, Barry, not me, had very good all-around numbers on decent efficiency for the time in a massive upset. The numbers are a little bit inflated though. 31, 1998 Michael Jordan. MJ scored a lot of points on a lot of shots and free throws on low efficiency against Utah State A&M Community College. Utah was also jobbed out of 5 points in Game 6. Look it up. No, seriously, look it up. Number 30, 1990 Isaiah Thomas. MJ's best friend Isaiah had a phenomenal finals to win his 2nd and final ring. Does anybody even remember anything about this finals? I mean, seriously, it never really gets talked about at all. 29, 1985 Kareem. Kareem's old ass won Finals MVP in 1985 after a terrible start to the series. The inflated pace docks his his ranking a little bit. I can't believe he only won 2 Finals MVPs. 28, 1980 Magic Johnson. While Magic's Game 6 was legendary, his series overall gets ranked a little bit lower here because Kareem was actually the best player in the series on a per-game basis. 27, 1983 Moses Malone. Moses was the missing piece for the 76ers, who were able to finally beat LA in the finals thanks to a dominant Moses performance, although having no James Worthy helped for sure. 26, 1994 Hakeem Olajuwon. It was a very, very steady series for Hakeem without any real monster game, but no real bad ones either. Hakeem badly outplaying Ewing was the difference. 25, 2009 Kobe Bryant. Kobe's per-game averages were great, although his efficiency left something to be desired, as per usual. By far the best finals performance of his career, but he couldn't have done it without Courtney Lee and Derek Fisher and Pau Gasol. 24, 1999 Tim Duncan. The pros, Duncan's numbers came at a very slow-paced series. Cons, he got to face an 8th seed in a lockout-shortened season. In the end, this ranking feels about right, at least to me. It's my video, okay? 23, 2019 Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's per-game averages were great, although he does get docked a bit because his shooting from the field wasn't that efficient. He also lucked out in Kevin Durant not being able to play, or else the Raptors would have gotten the shit kicked out of him. 22, 1997 Michael Jordan. The Utah Jazz were chokers, and Jordan got an incredibly soft whistle to pad his stats, which is why I have this ranked lower than a lot of people. It's not my fault that's what happened, folks. 21, 2022 Steph Curry. Steph finally popped his Finals MVP virgin cherry on the 6th try last year versus Boston. He didn't do anything in the 4th quarter when losing. Terrible in Game 5. Fuck Boston. 20, 2018 Kevin Durant. On pure numbers and efficiency, this deserves to be ranked higher, but because it's Kevin Durant joining the Warriors, I'm going to dox it points because fuck Kevin Durant. Why'd you have to ruin the league, Kevin, you bitch? Number 19, 2013 LeBron James. Admittedly, the weakest statistically of LeBron's 4 Finals MVPs. Ray Allen hit a big shot in Game 6, sure, but did you know that Allen and Chris Bosh went for 0 points in Game 7? Number 18, 1984 Larry Bird. Bird had a phenomenal series, duh, but he also had a somewhat lackluster Game 7 and got bailed out by Magic Johnson brain farts at crucial moments. Still, a hell of a series. 17, 1986 Larry Bird. Despite being known for his rivalry with Magic and the Lakers, Bird won 2 of his 3 championships versus Houston, and 1986 was the peak of his career in all-around play. Congrats, Larry. 16, 2012 LeBron James. LeBron's long-awaited first championship. He was remarkably consistent and dominant, making up for his atrocious 2011 Finals performance. He led his quote-unquote super team in points, rebounds, and assists. 15, 2006 D. Wade. I'm sorry, so many of Wade's free throws BS, and I am a neutral observer. Those inflated his stats. Still a great performance, but also overrated. 14, 1995 Hakeem. Although Hakeem didn't quote-unquote dominate Shaq as badly as revisionist history would make it seem, he did still outplay him comfortably in a sweep. Just look at those numbers, damn. 13, 1992 Michael Jordan. The worst of Michael Jordan's first 3-peat finals, but still a dominant performance with help from his bench in Game 6 and the fact that he was playing the Portland School for the Blind and Deaf. Seriously. 12, 2023 Nikola Jokic. The newest addition to this list is not an overreaction. Jokic was dominant. The only reason he's not ranked higher, he beat up on an 8th seed. Competition mattered. 11, 2020 LeBron James. LeBron won this on a regulation-sized NBA court with regulation-sized NBA basketballs, baskets, referees, and opponents in officially sanctioned games. Doesn't count. 10, 2003 Tim Duncan. Duncan was a monster in Games 1 and 6 in this series against a pretty forgettable Nets team, which is why this isn't ranked higher, despite Duncan's numbers. But again, it was against the net. 9, 2001 Shaq. Not only did Shaq completely take a dump all over the Defensive Player of the Year Dikembe Mutombo, he also carried Kobe's sorry ass. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Number 8, 1987 Magic Johnson. The year where Magic was the best player in the league, with an infamous baby skyhook who essentially clinched the series in Game 4. Who knows what Magic could have accomplished if he liked condoms. 7, 2017 Kevin Durant. Looking strictly at the combination of volume and efficiency, this might be a top 2 or 3 final series ever, but again, when you join a 73-win team, you get dock points. 6, 2002 Shaq. Look at those numbers and tell me that Kobe wasn't a sidekick. Seriously, look at those fucking numbers and tell me Kobe wasn't a sidekick one more time, please. Enough of the revisionist history bullshit, guys. 5, 2021 Giannis. Just a brilliant all-around series by Giannis. There's not much more to say, capped off with a legendary Game 6 performance where he scored 50 points. Thank God for Kevin Durant's large feet, am I right? 4, 1991 Michael Jordan. Good lord, look at the physical defense he went up against in this clip. My goodness, it's a wonder he put up such incredible numbers in this series. 31 points, 11 assists, unbelievable. 3, 2000 Shaq. No guys, you're just a Kobe hater if you say that Shaq carried Kobe. I mean, these numbers are nothing special at all. 38 points, 17 rebounds. It doesn't matter that Kobe shot 37%. 2, 1993 Michael Jordan. Joking aside, averaging 41 points a game is incredible, even if it came against the Phoenix Little Sisters of the Poor. Shout out to John Paxson for the title-winning shot, aka Kyrie Paxson. Number 1, 2016 LeBron. Led the entire series in every major stat category, beat a 73-win team, the best defensive play in NBA history. It's the best combination of stats and narrative. Cope and seethe. Shout out Kyrie. You got a problem with my list, pal? Instead of bitching, how about you make your own and show it to me? Shout out to all the adorable puppies out there.